Hey folks, it's Jang here with finally, something new from the Mega Bloks Halo line. Feels like I've been waiting for this for months. Oh yeah, because I have. This is the Covenant Commander set featuring Jewel Mdama. This comes with 116 pieces. As you can see, you get a ghost here, and then you get the new highly fully articulated, configurable, armored Jewel Mdama. And I've got a separate video covering just what that figure looks like by itself and how the new articulation works and all. But this is the new ghost, and it is a new build, and it is significantly larger than what we've had before. Check it out in comparison to an old school ghost. The new one almost feels like it's going for Revenant size to me, just in terms of its visual impact. I mean, this is closer to you, and yet it still looks smaller on the screen. They've really beefed this thing up, and just compare it to be a little bit more fair to the most recent ghost that we got, the last Halo 4 ghost from Mega Bloks, and still much larger for the new one. It's wider by a good bit, and it's also longer. From the side here, you can see that the Halo 4 version is stood up farther from the ground with the little clear pieces holding it up, but even at that, it's still very obvious that it's a much smaller vehicle. Notice the position of the pilot here and how he's practically standing. He's like a bike rider who's standing on the pegs. He's not really sitting down anymore, and you really need to almost artificially have him stand up a little bit farther than feels natural in order for his head to fit over the top. He's supposed to be looking over the top and not looking into the console in this case. I don't personally like the build of the back on this one so much. It feels like it's taken a couple steps back in terms of Mega Bloks design. I feel like Mega Bloks has gotten more and more smooth over time, you know, better at doing stuff more smoothly, but this back here is just very blocky. It's completely flat on the sides. However, the new design of front pods, the little winglets off to the side, those are very nice, and it just looks very smooth, goes well with this color scheme. Yeah, there's a little bit of a dimple right there, but overall, I feel that it looks good, and especially from some of the more natural angles that us humans, have to look at toys that are beneath us. You see it from a little bit more above. I think that's nice how those shapes came together, and it works well with these pieces on the tips, which are actually kind of semi-hollow. See how that fits around the edge there. It's not a solid brick piece. Good detailing on the side. I like the little build on the side there, including the inclusion of a textured tile piece inside of there with the parallel lines on it. And yeah, I think that overall it looks good. It's just very different, and you know, different is different. It's going to take some getting used to. Mdama himself, I feel, is well reproduced here. You know, it's got the stance, it's got the proper shape and size of the head. This is the first of the new fully articulated and replaceable armor configurable elites that Mega Bloks has come out with, and so I have covered the new features in a separate video, so I don't have to cover those every single time, because this will be the standard. You will be seeing this additional articulation and this new armor system and the new body, the new skeleton, in all of the sets that include elite figures going forward. But Mdama in particular, I feel, is missing just one thing, actually two identical things. He's got the Didax hand, you know, the Sangili print, handprint with the Didax symbol down in the center. He's got it on his chest plate, but he doesn't have it on the little armor pieces on the shoulders, on the upper arms. So that's just a small little miss, but I do realize it would be extra difficult to print those on there. I don't feel like it's too much of a loss, but it would have been nice to get that on there. They did get the good blue coloring up here on the top of the mask, so that's well done, or the helmet, I guess you might say. I'm very happy with the coloration overall. The dark blue color fits well. There's a look at his head under there, which is just a standard elite head now, with the hole on the top, unfortunately, which they started with the Assassin's Creed figures. That's how they're attaching headgear on top of that now, but that's just how it looks. All told, a pretty cool start to the 2015 release season, I think. You know, Mdama is definitely a very collectible figure, a good one to have, a strong character whose importance in the series has only grown. And yeah, I think that the build of the new Ghost is pretty good. It's surprisingly large. Do wish that this rear section was more smooth, but I think a little bit of modification can help out with that. I think all the front, I think that at least 80% of it is great. And we'll have to wait to see just how accurate it is to the new Halo 5 in-game model. Oh, by the way, this here on the front, that's a print. That's not a sticker. Let me know if you have any thoughts about this set and how the Ghost compares to the older versions and such. Of course, my opinions are only my own, and it's always great to get more feedback from more different folks who come from different perspectives and have different opinions of their own. So thank you for watching. I look forward to your comments, and I'll be talking to you again very soon.